Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for joining us in the midst of an emergency, an egdemic. This is egdemic of 2025. I'm calling it, okay? It's only going to get worse.
Dutch just sent me a video. He texted me yesterday. He was at one of the farm stores and chicks were selling for over $5 each.
Okay, so chicks are over $5, but it's all goes back to the shortages that's going on. We don't know all the details. You guys might know. We don't know all the details. We just know that supply and demand is a economic curve, and when supply drops, demand goes up, and right now demand is through the roof.
And right now, Gary is glad that I like chickens and I have an incubator.
Well, I mean, I ate a couple eggs today, but I don't eat 30 eggs a week, so to speak. But guess what we have right here? There's 30 eggs. And I think I got 7 more today, and then there's 8 over there. So total, I think we have about 45. We might have 4.
Can you guarantee me hens?
4 in the house. So we'll be starting to incubate 40 to 50 eggs because, like I said, anytime there's an emergency...
It's going to fall off, and we're not going to have any eggs.
No, it's not. It's been sitting there a long time. Anytime there's an emergency, a hero has to emerge. Cassie, will you be the hero?
And a hero comes along. I don't know the song.
Will you be the hero?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Is that Celine Dion? Somebody tell me.
That's a long way of telling you that we're about ready to hatch some eggs. You excited?
Yeah.
So, a lot of you guys have been here a long time, but maybe, just maybe, there's a few new subscribers or new people watching this video because you are also wanting to hatch some of your own baby chicks, or you stumbled upon our video and you're not going to know where all of these eggs came from. So we'll tell you real quick. There's 2 different types we have here, 2 different pens. One of them is our barnyard mix, and what's the other one?
Orpingtons.
Orpingtons that came from Eddie Family Farm and another farm. Yep. What's the other farm it came from? Do you know? I don't know.
Not a clue.
Okay. So the ones that...
I know who they are. I don't know their names. They go to an auction that I go to, and Brandon buys chickens that are from them, and they've always been good chickens, so I did too.
The ones that are Orpingtons have an X on them, so we'll know exactly which are which. So for those new people, I'm going to show you guys the chickens, give you a little chicken tour of all of the chickens out in their pens right now. So this is the first group of chickens, the purebreds that Cassie was talking about in the chicken tractor. And I would say these are probably our most beautiful chickens. I really like that one right there. The rooster is big and pretty. And most importantly, they have some nice big brown eggs. So let's see how many eggs we get for the day. Oh, there's one in here laying. Hey, can I have an egg? Oh, man. Look at that right there. Cracked. There you go, Shelby. Shelby will eat it. So, 2 nice big brown eggs. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Get back to your business now. So we only got a couple eggs today, but that's okay. I'm kind of collecting them early, and it is super windy out here. The wind just really picked up if you see those limbs over there moving. But this is what Cassie calls the barnyard mix. But there are some purebreds in here, but they're all mixed with a couple of different roosters. So there's one of our roosters. He's a laughing rooster. And then our other rooster right there, he's just a really pretty rooster. Oh, there's a third rooster right there. So anyway, we have a barnyard mix of several types of possibly purebred chickens mixed with these roosters. And I really like these hens right here. They lay some nice, big, pretty eggs. But right now, like I said, we're only getting 2 or 3 eggs a day out of all these hens. And that's just kind of natural because the days aren't very long and it's cold. But before too long, we'll be getting lots of eggs again and being able to give them away and share them with our food pantry and different things like that. So, well, it's windy, but you guys got a good look at the chickens. Can't wait to see what hatches. So there are all the beautiful birds, and those will be some of the chicken moms and chicken dads that will be having baby chicks. But We have only had chickens hatch out like their own eggs. How many times? Like a handful.
Not even
Come here, Sue.
Sue is gonna knock every egg off of the side by side.
Sue would not do that.
I've only had a chicken go broody 3-4 times maybe. So a lot of people say, why don't you let the chicken hatch them out? Well, they have to be broody. Most chickens don't do that. Most of them lay them, go on with their day, and don't care about it. I've had ducks go broody and turkeys go broody more than chickens. But if you want to learn more about hatching eggs, March 21st and 22nd, I'll be speaking one of those days at the Okie Homestead Expo in Pryor, Oklahoma. Lots of other amazing speakers, way more qualified than me, but I have the honor that they have asked me to speak about hatching. I kind of taught myself, started from scratch, figured it out, so I can at least share knowledge that I learned and it worked for me. May not be the only way or the best way, but it's what I do.
So you can attend in person,
or
you can just keep watching this video right now because
come to the homestead.
We are going to take all of our eggs inside. We'll show you guys the incubator we're going to be using for this hatch, and then we will get the eggs in the incubator and see how this goes. So,
well, I have literally yawned at least 6 times. Have y'all been counting?
I have not counted. I didn't even know you.
Been a long week.
Yeah, Cassie's right in the thick of basketball season coming to an end, so
Regional playoffs.
Playoffs have started, but how are you guys going to do? Tomorrow's the next game.
Tomorrow's regional championship, and state is next week. And one of our viewers, coaches at the school, will be playing at next week.
Uh-oh. The school will be playing at, not the school will be playing against?
Playing at. I'll see you there if you still watch.
And if Cassie gets a technical and gets kicked out, then you might just have to tell her where she can go because she'll be trying to hang around probably.
Oh, goodness.
I've
never been kicked out.
Coaching from the stands. I'm just joking.
I've got a tee. Never been kicked out. All
right. Well, let's head inside. It's a little chilly out here. And let's see how many eggs we do have. We'll count them up and get them in the incubator. Well, we got all the eggs ready, but what was going on out there? We heard something happening.
Guess. Nope.
I have no guess.
You will never guess.
Okay, tell me.
Jingles is on top of their coop staring at them, and those roosters are trying to scare it or scared or something. They're just looking at it going,
we heard,
Jingles is just like.
We heard all kinds of yelling, and that's what it was, is Mr. Jingles?
Yep.
Here's them. So we have 44 eggs out here, and I have 4 more in the house that are just a day older than our oldest ones. So this is 1 week's worth of eggs, Cassie.
Yeah, I usually go 7 to 10 days at the most, something like that, for how long before I put them in the incubator. But the only thing is they're less fertile the longer you keep them. So these could be 15-day-old eggs, and some of them might hatch. You just have you're less likely for that to happen. So you want to stay under 7 days if you can, but
so that's what we did. We just started.
One really wants to hatch. It might still hatch.
Started saving them for 7 days. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those in 7 days. And look at this one. We only got 1 of these really darker ones.
Yeah, just
maybe 2.
Kind of.
In those 7 days. How many white ones?
2.
2. Oh, there was one more. Is that a green one?
Yeah.
So I think a couple of the chickens in the back are starting to lay
Those
again.
are blue.
We got 7 eggs today.
I got rid of my green layer. I need a green. Those are blue.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's go put them in the incubator. So yes, we are in our closet.
That's where I have room for this beauty.
This is what, Cassie? What incubator?
It's a Sure Hatch Homesteader package, Homesteader incubator. I don't know.
Is this a cabinet incubator? Is that what it's called?
Sure.
Okay. It's a bigger incubator.
Woo!
And Cassie just spilled water. Imagine that. All right. So one of the most important things, though, is water. How long does that water last approximately?
You got to put some in it every couple days.
Yeah, about every 2 or 3 days. You really have to keep your eye on it because if you don't,
have to watch the humidity levels over here.
yeah, the humidity percentage will
But
tell
what
you.
I like about this is it tells you everything that this should be set on. I never really have to mess with temperature up and down. Like, it just goes where it's supposed to go. But if I have I'm wondering about my humidity, I don't have to go find my instruction manual, my book, nothing. It's just right here. And then this tells me right here what temp I need. It's usually fine. I don't know that I've ever even messed with this. It just does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, makes it super easy.
Yep. It's got a light, and when you plug it in, it comes on. So it's turned off right now.
All right.
And then
So do we need to plug it in?
it's got a window so you can look through. So
We'll wait till we get our eggs in our baskets because
don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Because we do not know for sure if we can hear good after we turn it on. So we'll keep that
That's
limited.
not that loud.
So there's 30 and 1 in a flat, and then there was 12, and then there was 2 more. So we have 44 eggs is what we're putting in today. And our chickens laid for a week. That's how many eggs we got. But in the summertime, if our chickens laid for a week, we would get like 150 eggs.
Should I put it like in the middle since there's nothing else in there?
I don't think it
even matter.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, so when it comes time for lockdown, there's a basket you put in here to put the eggs in, but we don't need the basket right now. So close it. Plug it in.
We'll kind of go through all the demonstration real quick. But if we finish our video in here, we might turn it off because we won't be able to hear anything. Or we might, but it will be a little
I think you stole my extension cord.
Uh-oh. No extension cord?
So when you plug it in, it automatically fires up. Over here, it's got the temperature. We just turned it on. It's still got to get warmer. Humidity, already okay. But over here, you can turn on the light. And then this is where you turn the egg turner on and off, depending on if you need to get in it, if you're on lockdown or whatever. Egg turner does that, gets where it needs to be, kind of calibrates. Then you don't see a whole lot of movement unless you just really stand here and watch, because it's a slow thing.
So there it goes again. So a couple of reasons I did dates, because I've been dating these as they come out, is one, just to kind of see if there is a difference in fertility with ones that were just put in the incubator or ones that were a week old. And we know how many Orpingtons, approximately how many Orpingtons hatch whenever we pull the eggs, because
I don't like how this one's laying. It's all crooked.
The ones that are left in there, oh yeah, it is crooked. Hey, in that chicken's nest, it would probably be crooked too.
Okay.
And this incubator is the largest one that we've ever owned, but for the average backyard chicken person, you do not need this. This is a little bit overkill. Yeah,
so I splurged on this after I'd been hatching for a little bit. I started out with an incubator that holds, it says 12 chicken eggs, but they would have to be probably like bannies. I would get like 9 in it or something. But it worked for me. I really liked it. It's what I used for a long time. I got 2 of them and it was plenty for me. So you don't have to have this.
All right. Well, we're going to let it get up to temperature. Maybe I'll come back in here and show you in a little bit up to temperature. But the heating light goes off and it'll be around 99.5 degrees.
So the humidity's getting way off. All I have to do is open this up a little bit and that'll change. And so with the eggs were outside, they're a little bit cold, they've been in the shop. Just now turning this on, it's all got to kind of balance out. So what we do with this will change over the next few hours. We'll just keep watching this.
Yeah, but usually about just a little bit open.
It's usually about like that.
Yeah, that usually does it, but it's super easy. And it's like you said, vent halfway open, fully vent open. it changes the humidity. You just play with it and get it right where you want it. And every house is different too, probably. Yep. So, all right. So let's get it up to temperature. While it gets up to temperature, before we end the video, why don't we go show them the rest of the animals? Because all we showed them so far was the chickens.
Well, that's the most important.
What? What's the most important?
The chickens.
Oh, okay. They got to see the most important.
And the sheep.
But what about my cows? You don't like my cows?
They're all right.
All right, let's look at them too. The one animal I know you want to update on is right behind me. I'm about ready to let her out. Iris.
Oh, come here. Come here, Iris.
So, a little update on Iris. She's doing awesome. I'm about ready to let her out though while I do all the chores. I gotta hold her close because if not, she might just go crazy and scratch. She got my face. I don't know if you can see it or not. So Iris is out. She's let her run around while I get to feed all the animals. We'll come out here in the sheep and goat pen. Give everybody an update on the animals. Old Rowdy is doing his rowdy self, being his rowdy self. Zine to come back away from his food. And you can see the puppy just follows me around wherever I go. And all of the sheep staying warm under all that wool. Right now is actually the time to schedule our shearing for the early summer. So we just scheduled our shearing with Integrity Shearing. So if anybody's local and they want to use those guys, we highly recommend them. We also scheduled the shearing for Mrs. Honey and for Alfred, so they are both going to be sheared. But guess what? They still need that fleece for a while because it's going to be cold this week. We're expecting snow possibly on Wednesday. I am not ready for it. The ducks and the turkeys don't seem to mind it, but I'm not ready for it. So there you go. Quick update on all the animals out here. I did let the puppy in here yesterday for about 10 minutes, but Xena kind of got annoyed with her after a little bit, so we put her back out. Iris! Iris is keeping her distance now. I still can't get over how windy it is and how cold it is. That wind is cold. I'm behind a windbreak right now. So you can see though I did some rearranging in here. I went ahead and put the feeder on this side of the hay barn. That way I can access this hay. I want to make sure I get all of any 2-year-old hay out. That way everything that's in here was baled in 2024. So I think I got most of it out, but I'm not 100% sure. But now I'll pull these bales out next to feed the cows. So, hey girls. Hi Jude. How are you doing? Oh, there's a little up close and personal. Hey Faith. There's Loretta over there. All right, let me get you girls fed. Dolly knows what to do when I feed. She comes right up. June, be nice to Dolly. Come on, Dolly. I'll give you your food over here. Dolly and Loretta know the drill. Come on, girls. Well, Benny's over here. He is super easy. I just have to drop the food over the fence, but he's here every day. We feed him. Just because we don't video a lot with Benny doesn't mean we don't take care of him. Right, Shelby? Shelby likes this time when I'm out here, just me and her, where she gets petted all on her own. She says, I just want to come out here away from all those other dogs. She's a good girl. Good girl, Shelby. All right. Well, it's too cold to hang out too much. You girls be good. So Iris is getting to make her rounds. She goes over and checks out the chickens. She goes over and annoys Xena a little bit while Xena's eating. And then she goes and plays with Bella. So that's her task right now. Let's check on these chickens. Yep, they still have food in their feeder. And our little hen is still getting around. She's right over there. I don't know if you guys can see through this fence or not, but she's still making it right now, so we'll keep an eye on her. And she moves around, eats. She gets up and roosts at night with that good leg, and she does just fine. So we'll let her stay alive and see what happens. Jake, get back. This is not your truck. This is not your truck, buddy. Get back. Jake's pushing on. About ready to be in trouble. Pepper, be nice. So I really do enjoy spreading the food out for the cows because that makes sure all of them get something to eat. But we want to check on the babies. Hey, Junior. Geronimo Jr. Hey, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie's still just as flashy as could be. And then all the other cows are doing good. That little calf is doing great, growing like a weed. And then we've had several people comment about Blackberry, saying how happy you are that she is now towards the top of the food chain instead of the bottom, meaning she's one of the bosses and not just getting bossed around. So that's true. Blackberry is one of our more long-term cows now, and she's towards the top of the food chain. So there's Snowflake. I was wanting to come make sure she's doing good. That little bull calf, Andy, right there. Hey, Snowflake. Hi. And then Eva. Hey, Eva. Now, 53, when are you going to have your calf? I guess she's going to be a spring calver. Going to have a calf in the spring, so. 20's a little high-headed. You see her? She kind of pops that head up a little higher than I would like. Keep your head down and eat. I'm not bothering you. Look at her. Okay? Do what she's doing. All right. Well, the cows are doing great, but it's a little bit too cold, so I think it's time to go back to the house and check out that incubator. So. Well, I meant to come in and end the video after I did the chores, and we also meant to end the video last night, but somebody laid down on the bed and was out like a light. She never got up. So we're going to end the video right now. The incubator update, real quick one. It is at 66% humidity, which ideal is 50 to 65.
Yeah, the weather's crazy outside, which your weather can affect your humidity, but also I filled the water all the way up. I should have only filled it probably halfway up to see what the humidity was going to do, but it's all right.
It's within 1%, but like the humidity, it's been like misty and rainy the last 3 days. This morning I walked outside, the concrete was wet, and it wasn't even raining. Like the concrete under the porch was wet. So yeah. It's just really humid right now. So we'll see what happens, but I know we'll probably have some chickens hatch in about 28 days.
Yep. No. That's
21
turkeys.
days.
Yeah.
Turkeys, 28 days. I don't know. That's why you got to listen to her, not me. But we do want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day to catch up with us here on the farm. Any prayer requests before we end the video?
So one thing I can think of is safety as our basketball teams travel for playoffs, because we'll have to start traveling some distances and things. And make sure you guys go down in the comments. Let your prayer requests be known and go down there and pray for each other and encourage one another.
Absolutely. We thank you guys so much for spending some time with us. We hope you have a great day and God bless.
We love you guys.